Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do this general and personality reading for GOT7 Jackson Wang. So he had been on my list for quite a while. I know someone recommended this in the past, but since like no one mentioned him again, I was like, oh, maybe people in my channel just don't, like, there are not so many fans of him. Because I remember when I started the GOT7 series, individual readings, I think I started with JB, and then I followed, I continued reading for Jin Yang. But and I asked people to give me some kind of feedback if they would like me to continue reading for them, and nothing happened. So that's why I stopped reading for GOT7 members, because I don't know, maybe in my community there are not much GOT7 fans, but nevertheless, Jackson is very talented, so let's give him this moment and read for him. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. It's because of the air conditioning in my building. Here it's really hot outside, so the air conditioning is always on, but I try my best to clear my throat. So I kind of missed this format. It's been a while since I read for personality readings. So let's begin. For the archetype cards, he got the card of God, Healer, and Hermit. So it's really interesting. I know Jackson, he's an Aries. He's an Aries sun, and I believe his moon is in Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. But he had always gave me this very Aries vibe, you know, very outgoing, very like his energy always on display, you know, very someone that it's very good at showing how he really feels, you know, someone that doesn't I don't think he's that mysterious. I think that he is someone that is very honest, that that maybe people can like mistake him for being too much, or probably like being too excited, or thinking that he could be faking it. But I actually think that actually he represents Aries energy, especially in males. I think that his energy is very Aries. It's very Mars. So the way he talks, the way he moves, it's very expressive, you know, and very like outgoing and funny, and yes, he can come off a bit too strong, but it's just Aries guys actually are very very sweet inside. They're like children actually. They never grow up actually, but they are very kind-hearted people. They have they are very generous with the people that they love, and they are very protectors of the people that they love. So I really like their energy, because I was paying attention, you know, that here we have the God, the card, the archetype of the God. So definitely there's a lot of benevolence here. There's a lot of him being very generous, him being very giving, and him also being this sort of source of energy for others. Probably he doesn't mind. He's someone that I think that he was born to be a celebrity. He doesn't mind the spotlight. He doesn't mind to shine. He is not it's like he is very action orientated, so he is very masculine in that sense, that he just goes and does what he has to do. You know, he doesn't like stops to contemplate too much, you know, why we do the things we do. He's all about like go, you know, like let's do it, let's get this done, you know, like showing this enthusiasm, you know, the first thing that he does. But then we have the healer and we have the hermit. So I think that this is talking to me about his moon in Pisces, that I think that he is becoming more in touch with his sensitivity and with his healing side. I think that he can potentially be a healer. He has a sort of gift for this. He could do it with his music to inspire others, but I think that he has the potential of actually making people feel better by touching them or with his hands. You know, I think that there's something about his aura that is really clean. But I think that with all the things that happened with GOT7 and everything that probably they went through, you know, I think that there were a lot of disappointments, because I can see it here in the tarot spread. I think that he is like learning to be by himself, or learning to be on his own, or learning to be quiet, you know, in silence. I think that he, you know, it seems like he's very hyperactive, at least when he started this journey, when he started this about being famous. And now he's like connecting more with his intuitive side, and probably he's connecting more with the hermit. You know, I think that now he's taking more of a time off. You know, yes, he's doing his things because he is a business person, but I think that he is preserving his energy much more. You know, he's starting to connect more with his feelings, with his intuition. So if there's something in the room or people around him that he just feels like he has to take distance, he will do it. I think that he had been like surrounded by a lot of trauma, and this really affected him, you know, in an interior way, in a personal way. So I think that he, at the hard way, he learned to be more selective about who you spend time with and who you share your energy with. Because I think that he was that sort of person that he just like dropped everything that he was doing, and he just comes to rescue someone or to help someone that he really loved. But then he realized that he is not that loved. You know, that probably people were just like were just pretending to be his friends because of his fame. And you know, this is very interesting because actually a lot of people that are Aries or has like Aries placements, like Aries Moon, Aries Venus, then when they start like getting older, they start to realize that the people that they call friends actually are not friends, and that actually they have few people that really like understand them, you know. And I think that it really hurts them, you know, because like I mentioned, Aries energy is like a child, you know. So for them it really affects them, you know. It makes them feel really sad that people are that way, because they somehow gave their all, and they do not contemplate if, you know, like being strategic, you know, like, oh, I'm going to give you this, so you give me that, you know. They are more like more authentic, in the sense that if they give you something, if they do something for you, it's because they want to. And I think that for Jackson, actually, he still has this God archetype, in the sense that he has the potential to shine, so he will use this to shine for for work, or for if it's needed, for his profession. But I think that when it comes to his internal world, I think that he's becoming more in touch with being a hermit, being by himself, probably composing, writing music, like connecting with creativity, but spending time by himself, just starting being on his own. I think that solitary moments are really healing for him. And it wasn't easy for him to get used to being alone, or to get used to be away from the crowd or the noises, the people coming and going, because actually Aries love to, they are very social, so they love to meet people, they are very loud usually. But then when they get older, they realize that sometimes maybe this being surrounded by so many people is a way of escapism, it's a way of maybe not connecting with what's really happening inside of you, and with this insatisfaction, And I think that it's not a coincidence that actually a lot of artists that are Aries or has Aries moon, they get very depressed later on in their careers, because they just stopped having fun, or stopped having this crowd following them around, and it's no longer fun. So then they realize that their life was meaningless, or they cannot find the joy, in having fun, And for them it's weird, because actually Aries energy is all about having fun, It's all about being authentic and being wild, And they have a great sense of humor, and they love to do things, to be in action, to be moving all the time. So for them, just when they stay quiet, it's like, for them it's synonymous of being sick, Even when they are sick, they don't stop, because they just cannot, this is very fire sign also, when you cannot, you don't want to listen to your body. So even though it shows signs that maybe you are, I don't know, catching a cold or something like that, so probably you have to faint or something, or your body has to shut down completely for an Aries to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to chill, I'm going to sit down a bit. It's complex for them, it's not easy. But yes, I think that he's connected with this. I think that he's in this hermit mode, in this hermit archetype. It represents him a bit more than actually what his personality characteristics used to be in the past. So let's begin with the tarot cards. He got the Tower in reverse, the Strength, the Eight of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Magician, the Death card, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. So yes, I think that Jackson is actually holding on to something. And I think that probably this has to do with the members, with GOT7 members. I think he's holding on really tight to not, to those things in his life that are falling apart, but that they are not entirely falling apart, because when you have the Tower in reverse, it means that things that could potentially fall apart are not falling apart. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like, the things that are supposed to be no longer are in this period of holding on, of let's hold on, let's not destroy this because there could be a chance. So this could represent the group, that they are not done yet, but they were really close. Because the Tower is here, they were really close, and somehow this affected the group's dynamic. It affected them as individuals, because I think that they realized a lot of things about the industry that I think that they were in this sort of denial, especially him, because I am reading for him, because we have like the Strength card. So it means that he is putting all of himself to actually not to keep holding on, to keep being brave, to keep being optimistic, to not overreact, to not be pessimistic. I think that he's putting all of himself, all his internal force, to actually trust that this is not over for them as a group. But then we have the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups. So I don't know what's with Jackson's actual where he is right now. Is he in Korea? Is he, because I know he's Chinese and he has other business to attend to, and he has other activities, but I see him like he is in this sort of like very, like, he wants to let go of something. You know, I think that he is anticipating that something is going to change next year, and he feels really sad emotionally, but not sad, because I don't think he's dealing with sadness. I think that this is why I get this feeling of, so that I want to know if he is with the members, or if he sees the members, or if he is in China, because I see him like him feeling really lonely, like him feeling very far away from the other members, like emotionally, you know, like he feels lonely in a sense that he feels like he's the only one feeling sad about this, and that probably he has no one to share these sad feelings with, or this deception. You know, you feeling a bit sad for what you lost, but at the same time there's also apathy. So I think that there's something about Jackson that he really doesn't allow himself to feel sad. There's something about him, you know, this is why the Hermit archetype was here. As much as he spends time on his own, he will start to connect with his intuition, and his intuition is going to start to tell him a lot of truths about himself. You know, his intuition is going to start like lifting the veil, and he will start to rethink or think about things from the past that happened, that maybe back then he didn't saw the red flags. You know, the mistreatments, because he is this guy that he gets along with everyone. You know, he has this sort of, like I said, this attitude of being very outgoing, so he knows a lot of people in the industry. But somehow now he's feeling like all those contacts, all those networking are worthless, because he's actually worried about the group, you know, because the group is actually where he belongs. And that actually people, outsiders, or people that are not part of the group, they don't understand what they are going through, you know. So maybe this is why he feels so lonely, because he feels that no matter what other people tells him, you know, like, or try to comfort him, he actually feels very sad, or he feels very empty, you know, like he just didn't think that their group were going to be facing all this, you know, and he's very heartbroken because of this. But he's slowly like getting in contact with emotions, but for him it's not easy, because he doesn't like to be sad, and I think that is because he has a lot of things to do, also because I see here in this Knight of Pentacles the Five of Cups and the Magician. You know, he's slowly like connecting with how he feels, and he definitely feels like he lost something, you know, like he's mourning something. And I don't know if maybe he had lost friendships during all this process that the group has gone through, or probably he had fallen out with old friends. Something happened in his emotional world that he is slowly coming to the realization that he needs to be more independent, in the sense that he needs to focus on his own potential, and he needs to do what's best for him. And I know that he has it, and I think that it's not about business, you know, it's not about making money. It's more about, because I think he expected more people to be on his side, or more people to be supporting him after this happened with the band. But actually, there were a lot of absences, and there were a lot of people that actually turned their backs on him, that he thought that these people were his friends. So there's a bit of disappointment and anger at the same time. But he is like slowly like coming to the realization, connecting with his self-worth, and this is what he's going to do in 2022. And he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to work on my own, I'm going to keep doing my things, I'm going to focus on myself, I'm going to put myself first. So yes, the magician is this, you know, it's about you, like you owning your power, and you don't needing anyone. And I'm not talking about the GOT7 members, because this is not about the GOT7 members. This is about people that were supposed to be his friends, and after this happened with GOT7, they suddenly vanished. So it was very sad to see, actually. Then we have, yes, the death card, that is transformation, and the Four of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. So yes, a lot of transformation for next year, and also the possibility to celebrate something. So probably he will see if he is away from the members, they will reunite, they will have something. They will do some activity together, or they will share a moment or a space to show up together. But yes, then I see the Five of Pentacles. So it's going to be a year for him of a lot of awareness, you know, and also a lot of like him connecting with sadness, you know, and him also connecting with his own strengths, because actually he's really strong. He's a very strong guy. It's just that, just like he's able to feel a lot of joy, he's also able to, when he feels sad, he feels really sad. He feels this deep sadness because he's very intense. So this is why he tries maybe to avoid feeling sad, because he knows once he starts feeling sad, it's like he feels like he falls too deep, you know, into sadness. But I think that that yes, he needs to accept that yes, things will not be the same. Things will not be the same for him, but he is lucky because he does have his projects, he does have an identity as a brand or as himself. And he could potentially make new connections. But I think that what he needs to learn is that no matter how many deals or contracts you sign with people from the industry, you need to be able to separate work or your profession from friendship or your love life or your and about love life, I feel like this guy is really lonely, honestly, because I don't see any romance card here. I don't see anyone actually. So you know, I think he needs love at the same time. But yes, he is dealing you know, by himself. He's starting to heal a lot of things, and he's slowly like organizing his matters. And like I mentioned, I think he needs to put like a boundary, like a very distinctive separation between work-related things or connections with people, and then his personal relationships, you know, because I think that he trusted the wrong people before, and this is why he got so hurt. So yes, guys, this is all I have for Jackson. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a like because it helps me a lot. And also, I would love to hear your feedback if you are a GOT7 or a Jackson fan. So yes, thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.